Hello and welcome to the carrier deck of the USS Dennis. We're in an F-18 today, and I just want to test something that piqued my curiosity. So with all of the Kerbal Space Program stuff I've been doing, I just wondered, we're in DCS, it's a simulator. These things can fly quite high. Could we get something into space? Now, I don't think we can get a plane into space. But I'm wondering if we fly at very high altitude and then pitch up and shoot a missile, could it get into space? And what does space look like in DCS? Is there a bubble that just like destroys anything that goes too high? Is there space? I mean, I'm pretty sure I've seen stars before. So, yeah, I'm going to give it a go. So I'm in the F-18. It's not... I mean, there's probably a better plane to do this in, actually, which would be the F-15? Because the F-15 is very fast and has a better thrust-to-weight ratio. You know what? We're going to do the F-18 first, and then we're going to do the F-15, and we're going to see which one can get higher. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. So, I'm going to start this thing up and go over to the cat, and I'll see you there, because there's no point in watching me start this thing up again. So I shall fast forward. I shall see you in a mo. Now, I think the flight ceiling for this thing is, I don't know, somewhere around 45,000 feet, is it? Or 40,000 feet? Can't quite remember. But it's not that important. We're just going to go as high as we possibly can. So, let's start off by actually getting ready to... Wait, why's my gear still down? There we go. Being a little bit quick to have the gear still down. My mistake. Right, anyway. Yes, let's get ready to fire. So, I've put 2 missiles on this thing, so it can do 1 test firing and 1 real firing. So we'll need to be in air-to-air mode. We'll need to have the AMRAAM selected. This is an AIM-120C, which I think is the longest range missile we have. Oh, that was our APU turning off. We can just shoot these things without having a target lock because they're in visual mode. So what this means is it'll shoot the missile and the missile will just fly off the rail and it will immediately just start hunting for targets using its built-in radar. Now obviously when we're pointing up in the sky, it's not going to find anything, so in theory it should just keep going straight, I think. So we'll find out. This is the plan. So I'm going full afterburner. I kind of want to burn as much fuel as I can actually to reduce weight. And where are we? Fuel. Oh, whoops! I forgot to. Might have forgotten to uncage the attitude indicator. We're at about 25 degrees right now. There-ish? Sure, why not? Doesn't matter. We're not doing anything serious. Always turn off the master warnings. They're not important. It's fine. So we're at 35,000 feet already. That didn't take very long. I mean, you can kind of already tell you're kind of high. The atmosphere's getting a little bit thin. What I want to do really is build up a bunch of straight line speed and turn so that the wind is not pushing us sideways a ridiculous amount. Obviously the winds get a bit strong up here. What I could do actually is turn into the wind and then I'll have even higher airspeed and more lift. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's do a full 180. So looks like the wind's blowing at about 80 degrees, something like that. So we want to go around to, what, 180 plus 80, 260. So why not? And maximise all the opportunity we have to get as much lift and climb as high as we possibly can with the engine still pushing out thrust. There, this should be roughly close enough to directly into the wind, so that's cool. Now let's gain some airspeed, holding at about 35,000 feet. Still full afterburner here, although we only appear to be at 96% RPM, so I guess we've already lost some efficiency. We are contrailing. think that will disappear when we get to 40,000 feet. Anyway, and while we're waiting to gain speed, we can do a test fire. So, like I say, I've got 2 missiles, as you can see down there. So AC2 visual. So, in theory, if I just launch one like this, no, like this, like that. There we go. It's gone, and it is just flying straight, because there are no targets. So I reckon we've got a good chance. And also, if I go to the missile view, yes, it shows us down at the bottom the speed and the altitude, which is perfect. So if we shoot one up and we switch to this view, we should be able to track its progress into space. Or not into space. We'll see what happens. Now, something I haven't looked up, and let me just do a quick Google now, is how high is space? Preferably in feet, because that's the unit of measurement in this game. And okay, so apparently there's 2 definitions of space. So in the US, space begins at 50 miles, which is 264,000 feet. That's a long way away. That's a long way away from where we are right now. I'm not sure if missile's going to make it. The other definition of space is the General International Consensus. So that's, I suppose, what we should aim for. And that's 100 kilometers, which is 380,000 feet. I feel like that is impossible. I mean, that's 10 times our altitude right now. A missile cannot go that high, I don't think. 264,000 is also a massive ask, but let's see how we do. We're now doing 510 knots at, that's airspeed, at 37,000 feet, so that's fast. That's very fast. So I think let's just start climbing. In fact, you know what? I might just go straight into the 90 degrees. Because the engines are just going to stop working pretty soon. I don't think they can go much higher than like 5,000, something like that. So let's just try and use all our momentum. Is it me, or did things just get a lot darker? Yeah, I can definitely see stars. Hey, maybe space is in this game after all. Look at those pretty stars. I like it. Let's get to 90 degrees. We're stalling out, are we? We're still climbing. We're still climbing. Still climbing. Still climbing. Just trying to stay 90 degrees here. I think I'm going to fire. Come on. Nose down, nose down, nose down. We're about to stall. Fire. Missile away. There it goes. Okay, good luck, missile. Okay, well that's us in space, but where's the missile? Here's the missile. Okay, so we're looking at... Wow, okay, we've already hit 110,000 feet now. That's pretty good. Where's... It is literally just going straight up. That beeping's annoying. That'll be the plane telling me that we're stalling. We've still got quite a lot of speed, 1,500 knots, and we're at 150,000 feet. That's nice. Keep on going, missile. You can do it. I mean, well, it's pretty up here, isn't it? Look at the Earth. Do we have a curve on the horizon, or is the Earth flat? No, the Earth is not flat in DCS. Good job, DCS. Oh, look at the sun. We're almost at 200,000 feet. That's phenomenal. And we've still got 1,000 knots speed on the missile. I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot. Where do we need to get to? 264 is the target to be in United States space. Not sure we're going to make it. 700 knots. We're starting to nose down. I think my plane's about to hit the ground. Altitude. Where are we at? 232. 234. 235. Oh. That's it. 235. Didn't even make it into US space. Close, but no cigar. And sorry, whoever's house this lands on. I didn't realise I was shooting it towards the ground. It's probably just a bear or something in the woods. I mean, if a missile lands in the woods and nobody's there to see it, or hear it, does it happen? Let's not worry about that. My plane is dead, so that's gone. Right, let's see if we can do any better in an F-15, shall we? Actually, you know what? I actually want to try that again with an F-18, just one more time. Because what I did there was I went straight up and I waited until we stalled out, and then I shot the missile. But it's normally pretty good practice to kind of just maintain as high a speed as possible when you launch the missile, so that the missile has more energy. So I wonder if that's better than climbing. So what I want to try and do, I think, is probably just point straight up in the air and shoot the missile when I get to like 300 knots or something, and see if we go higher. So let's give that a go. I'm going to fast forward again until I get up there. So yes, I'll see you in a mo. Okay, so we're up at 37,000 feet again. I've got... I'm going full afterburner. I want to try and gain as much speed as possible once more. We're also dumping fuel this time because I figure maybe we're a little bit heavy. So I'm just going to wait until that gets down to maybe, I don't know, 2,000, and then I'll stop dumping fuel and I'll make the turn upwards into space. Maybe. Maybe space. Now you might have noticed that last time the F-18 didn't survive our mission, so this is becoming a little bit expensive. But hey, it's worth it for science. So this time what I'm going to do, I think, is just release when my speed gets to about 300, 250 knots, maybe? See if it goes any higher than last time, because we were pretty much at the point of falling backwards when I fired last time. We were below 40 knots, easily. So yeah, I think 250 knots, that gives us an extra, well, 250 knots pretty much. And let's see if that impacts the missile's trajectory enough to get us into space. I would be I mean, given how close we got to 264,000 feet, I would be very happy if we hit that. American space is fine by me. I think the dump stopped again. Yeah, it's just not going to let us do it. Okay, well, 3,500 is probably enough. We've shed enough pounds. Right, what do you reckon? A slow climb up and then a hard turn? Do you think just a hard turn now? I think just a nice gradual climb. 5, 10, 15, keep going, just a nice gentle pull back on the stick, no wing buffeting or anything like that, just ride in the wave. So we're going to launch at 250 knots. We're going to get there quite quickly. We also want to be pointing at 90 degrees up. 90 degrees, where are you? There you are. Okay, I'm firing at 180, thereabouts. Okay, off it goes. Bye-bye, missile. Nice knowing you. There we are, trying to go into space. Plane's not going to make it. What's the missile up to? Okay, 2,000 knots on the clock and 150,000 feet. Where did we get up to before? 216, was it? I'll have to check. Oh, we're already starting to level out. But we have hit 200,000 feet and we've still got 1,800 knots. So this is already looking better. 216, 220, 225. Yeah, this is looking okay. Of course, the higher we go, the less air resistance there is. So it's just gravity trying to slow it down now, more or less. 260. 264. We are officially in American space. We've made it. So, right. It is better to have more speed rather than just climb until you stall. Yeah, that might have been actually the ideal launch. Wow, we've almost hit 300,000 feet. We've hit 300,000 feet. Maybe 380 is actually within reach. 310, 311, 312, 313. Oh, 318. Nice. We're not going to make it to 380 though. Whoa! Ah. Oh, hello. Plummeting towards the ground at 800 knots. That's not ideal. Right. Well, we just learned something quite important there. Turns out we're living in a bubble. Either that, or there's aliens up there that abduct missiles for fun. Right, well I guess there's no point doing this in the F-15 then, because it can't get any higher. We hit the top, we hit the roof. But that's cool. I mean, I don't know why DCS would simulate going that high. Maybe just for people like me. But there's no plane in the world that's going to go up to, you know, 300 odd thousand feet. That's insane. I'm glad they have though. That was good fun, and I've satisfied my curiosity. So thank you everybody for watching that. I hope that hasn't been a complete waste of your time. I was just curious and I thought I'd share. What's that down there? Is that some kind of whirlpool? Like a massive raindrop has landed in the ocean. Where am I? Have I gone into some kind of Twilight Zone? Anyway, I will catch you all in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.